I'll be waiting, and I'm trying this energy so I can give you all of me. All of me. It's been 11 days and 11 nights, and I've been thinking about you constantly and all the time. Baby, I even go down on my knees just to get to where you are and make you mine. I don't wanna rush it. Yeah. I just want you to trust it. We'll be fine. Give it time. There's no pressure. I'll be waiting, and I'm trying this energy so I can give you all of me. All of me. It's been a long day, babe, I go a long way. Don't ever worry if you got me, cause you got me. All of the wrongs you've had, I wanna make it right. Just one chance, I won't fight. If it doesn't fit, it's alright. It ain't my time. There's no pressure. I'll be waiting, and I'm trying this energy so I can give you all of me.
Welcome. I am convinced, just watching and listening over time, that people really don't know what spiritual gifts are. I know that in my own experience and just listening to how other folks talk, they think that spiritual gifts are two different things. In the church, if you prophesize, then that's cool. If you have the gift of tongues, then that's cool. If you lay on hands to heal, then that's cool. But when you think about the other side of the coin, the same things. If you lay hands on somebody, then it's something demonic. You're transferring something. Speaking in another language, it depends upon what language that is, based upon your African spirituality or your belief system. But that's considered demonic. And the list goes. So I want to go through this because this is something that I think that we need to have a conversation about. You feel me? So let's talk about spiritual gifts from two different sides. Ashe? Ashe. Let's get some housekeeping done in the meantime, because I don't want to be caught with any type of shenanigans. Here we go.
Copyright disclaimer. Under Section 107 of the Copyright Act of 1976, allowances made for fair use for purpose such as criticism, comment, news reporting, teaching, scholarship, and research. Fair use is a use permitted by copyright statutes that might otherwise be infringing. Non-profit, educational, or personal use tips in the balance of the favor of fair use.
Okay. So, please comment. Please comment. Keep it cute. But I really want to know what y'all think about this. I'm curious. Because if you overemphasize your spiritual gifts in the church house, it brings up mixed emotions in the church community. Some people feel uplifted and encouraged when they see gifts in actions, while others might feel left out or confused about their own place in the ministry. And this creates both visible and subtle challenges that affect how people experience church life and understand their own spiritual journey. I think we need to also touch on the fact of the exodus from the brick and mortar churches, but we'll get to that. You see, when the divine intends for you to use your gift, it brings life and growth to the church. However, if you put too much focus on certain gifts while downplaying others, can create an environment where some believers thrive while others struggles to find their place. It's an issue. It's an issue. Because at the end of the day, the church wants people to refocus on the church's vision and to ensure that every gift is valued and used for the greater good. I don't know. It depends. It depends, man. It depends. People are real skittish, man, because of all of the pushing that we've had over the decades. If it's not understandable, then obviously it's not of the divine. It's of something else. You see, church communities end up creating an unofficial ranking system. It could be intentional or unintentional. And people who have more noticeable gifts, like prophecy, like I said, or speaking in tongues, might be seen as more spiritual or closer to the divine than other people. And as a result, some church members may feel like they're sitting in a spiritual first class, while others are stuck in economy. You feel me? But the divine did not design the church to work like that. Every believer has equal worth in the divine's eyes, and every gift that he gives has special value. So when you start ranking gifts and the people who have them, you create walls between church members, and that shouldn't be. But y'all know about these church peoples, man. You gotta picture a church kitchen, right? Where somebody always makes the coffee every Sunday morning, or the person who quietly helps elderly members to their seats. These things that they do may not draw attention because it's more of a visible spiritual gift, but they're just as crucial for the church's well-being. You feel me? See, the church focuses too heavily on dramatic gifts that they often miss the beautiful impact of the quieter ministries. The gift of hospitality for those who make newcomers feel at home, or the gift of administration, who keeps ministry programs running smoothly. This is all in the Bible. If you go and you look this up. Spiritual gifts. These gifts that we're talking about right now ain't all out there glamorous and all of that, but it's the steady heartbeat of church life. And without these behind the scenes, or if you want to label it, simple gifts, many church programs and ministries would struggle to function effectively. You see, many believers struggle with feelings of spiritual inadequacy when certain gifts receive too much attention. Some of it call it witchcraft, especially if they don't understand it, or they may have an ulterior motive. You know I'm telling the truth. See, you got church members who serve faithfully in the children's ministry, and they may question their spiritual depth because they don't demonstrate a more visible gift. You see, that can affect someone's relationship with the divine and their church community. That pressure to measure up to others' gifts and how it manifests creates unnecessary burden and prevents people from embracing their own unique ways of serving. The divine gives different gifts to different people. And this diversity is meant to strengthen the church, not to create standards that make faithful believers feel less valuable than others, because all that does is cue the drama. And the pressure that some church folks feel encourages imitation and dishonesty. Whoop! I said it. The pressure to demonstrate certain spiritual gifts can lead people to imitate what they see in others rather than allowing their own gifts to develop naturally. Yep, I said it. Some might feel compelled to speak in tongues because it seems expected, or claim that they have prophetic insight because others do. You fake, 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 fake. You are hurting both yourself and the church, because real spiritual gifts flow naturally from a genuine relationship with the divine, not from trying to match what others are doing. And when the church members feel that they must manufacture spiritual experiences to be accepted, it creates a culture of fakeness and superficial BS that hinders genuine spiritual growth. Oh, yeah, I'm here today. I'm here today because we need to talk about it. You see, the overemphasis on certain gifts creates an atmosphere of spiritual, let's say it out loud together, spiritual competition in the church house. Ministry leaders might compete for recognition based on how their gifts manifest, while the church peoples compare their spiritual experience with other people. It's like poison just running rapid through all of the relationships within the church house, and then turns the focus away from serving others to showcasing what you can do with your abilities. It weakens the church, its effectiveness, and creates unnecessary tension between members who should be supporting one another. You see, the church works best when everyone plays their part without trying to outshine each other. Yeah, many believers walk around carrying this heavy burden of spiritual insecurity. Yeah, they do. Because they don't experience the celebrated gifts. They wonder if the divine loves them less or if something's wrong with their faith. And this insecurity can become like a dark cloud following them around through their church life. They go attend multiple prayer meetings hoping to receive specific gifts, or repetitively go forward for prayer, thinking that more conversations with the divine will finally unlock their experience. This questioning, this constant questioning of your spiritual status overshadows the simple joy of knowing and serving the divine. Y'all got it twisted. You see, churches that place too much emphasis on certain gifts often overlook other essential parts of the ministry. You know, basic discipleship, systemic Bible teaching, personal mentoring receives less attention than services featuring dramatic gift manifestations. And all that does is create a gap in your spiritual development and church growth. It's like watering only one part of a garden while letting the rest go dry. And while the exercise of spiritual gifts is important, it should complement rather than overshadow the other areas in the church house. Ooh-wee, they look mad. Sometimes the excitement over spiritual gifts overshadow the quiet work of developing a Christian character. While someone might demonstrate impressive spiritual gifts, their character, patience, kindness, and self-control may be underdeveloped. It's ego tripping. Even though the divine has chosen you to do something spectacular or give you a gift of whatever that may look like to you. But that spiritual growth involves both the expression of the gift and the development of the divine-like character. Churches have to emphasize character formation alongside of gift development to nurture well-rounded believers. Good luck with that. The gifts of purpose is misunderstood because they're supposed to serve other people, not to elevate yourself. And many believers misunderstood why the divine gives spiritual gifts when certain manifestations receive too much attention. And the primary purpose of spiritual gifts is to serve others and build up the church house, not to bring attention to individuals or to create spiritual experiences. It's the misunderstanding that can lead to gifts being used as personal platforms rather than tools of ministry. How many times have we seen prophets get up and leave the church house and go out on their own and do the church circuit instead? You see, the divine intends for the spiritual gifts to function as a means of service and not as markers of spiritual achievement or even personal validation. You know what I'm saying is true, you know. Focusing on only a few gifts limits the scope of what the divine wants to accomplish through his people. Every gift has a role in fulfilling the church house mission. And when all the gifts are recognized and utilized, the church becomes a more effective instrument of the divine's work. You limit your expression, which stifles the creativity, the diversity, and the full impact that the divine wants to happen. The divine often works in unexpected ways, and his or her methods are not confined to specific gifts, which is why the church house needs to remain open to the various ways that the divine chooses to work, while avoiding the tendency to expect only certain manifestations. You already know what it is. You could walk around the church house and see who the superiors are by their attitude, the way they carry themselves, because they got prominent gifts and they feel like they are the spiritual VIP. They look down on other people who serve in less visible ways or think their gift makes them more spiritually mature. Whoop! Wrong answer. If you are talented, right? You forget that you're a part of an orchestra if you play an instrument. and you're looking at the orchestra and thinks that's the whole performance depends on you. The attitude can make you unteachable and hard to work with. You see, true spiritual maturity shows itself in humility and appreciation for how the divine works through everybody, as well as people in the church house. Don't show that you got a gift, because if you put too much emphasis on your spiritual gifts, it can shift attention away from the divine and worship service. And when the church gatherings become focused on a gift manifestation rather than worshiping the divine, the central purpose of coming together gets lost. Worship service might transform into platforms for displaying gifts instead of occasions for encountering the divine. Keeping the divine at the center ensures that the purpose of worship remains pure and the divine focused. Keep putting these church house people in display, because overemphasizing their gifts leads to an unrealistic expectation about spiritual experiences. People are going to feel that pressure to manifest gifts or doubt their faith if they don't. And the expectations can create disappointment when experiences don't match the anticipated outcomes. The Bible says that God gives gifts according to his will. 1 Corinthians 12 and 11. And not everyone will have the same experience. Recognizing this prevents disappointment and helps believers to embrace their unique calling. The way you look at things and the use of spiritual gifts does impact church communities. And when you place too much importance on your spiritual gifts while overlooking others, you create problems that can hurt people in the whole church family. Every gift that the divine gives has value and purpose. Whether you're teaching Sunday school, or you're organizing church events, or you're helping with the practical needs, got to move forward. And remember that every member in the church house contribution matters, regardless of how visible or dramatic the gift may be. Ashe, ashe.
A person who is spiritually gifted, like prophetically they can see, won't say nothing about what they picked up on. Those are the type of people who have wisdom and understanding. They will move themselves completely. They would separate themselves. Because whatever they picked up, they either seen it in a dream, they feel it, God has told them because they have discernment. Y'all got to stop playing with these people and playing with them, because they know when your intentions aren't right. They may not say nothing. They may not act indifferent towards you. They may not act mean towards you. But those are the people that can pick up on spirits. They know when something's off. They know when somebody don't like them. And if I'm the type of person, if I know you don't like me, I'm not going to put myself in your presence. Be careful of those who can prophetically see, prophetically sense and feel, and have wisdom. Because if I sense and feel something, and your intentions aren't right, and your motives are wicked, I ain't gonna say nothing. I ain't gonna act indifferent. I'm going to go. I'm going to remove myself. I have seen beyond your flesh. I see your spirit. Y'all better stop playing with these prophetic people that got a relationship with God. Stop playing with people that see, because God will show them in a dream, in a vision. God will tell them. Y'all better stop playing with God chosen people.
I'm not going to talk heavy about the reason why people are leaving the church house. I'll just hit a couple of them. Bad church experience, where members are not welcoming or loving. Check. Lack of love and compassion in leading people. Check. Inadequate difference. They don't differentiate themselves from the rest of the world. They focus on judgment rather than the transformative power of the gospel. It can also be some stereotypical reason that people just can't get along for the simple basic things, like even replacing a freaking carpet can start an argument. Come on, man. Ever since C-19 happened, the church, people have been dwindling down as far as the church house presence go. Look it up. See for yourself. See for yourself. Let's talk about the reasons of why you need to use your gift. For we are God's handiwork, created in Christ Jesus to do good works, which God prepared in advance for us to do. Ephesians 2:10. The question is, are you using your spiritual gifts that help the lives of other people? We all have gifts. Each and every one of us were born with a gift. It's all about perception, just like it is in this world of good and evil. That's in every facet of everything that we belong to or that we profess with our mouths is our belief system. Using our spiritual gifts as us giving back to the divine what he gave to us before we were formed in our mother's wombs. Just because it could be labeled as being supernatural when we are operating in our spiritual gifts, because we're bold in our confidence and our joy. When we help somebody with our gifts. Let's take you back to basics. What are spiritual gifts anyway? In 1 Corinthians 8-10, you're told that spiritual gifts are the following: the word of wisdom, the word of knowledge, faith, healing, working of miracles, prophecy, discernment, various kinds of tongues, and interpretation of tongues. All of these gifts work together under the Spirit. And if you're not sure what your spiritual gift is, pray and seek God's guidance to reveal it to you, and study your gift so that you can effectively use it. So now that you got a basis of what a spiritual gift is, how can you use them in a natural way or in your everyday life? Let's say that your gift is the gift of wisdom. You may recognize it in the natural because everyone is always coming to you for advice, or you've looked at the problem solver because of your profound words of wisdom. You're naturally using your gift. The Spirit will download into you words of wisdom and to explain in depth what the text or the passages means in the Bible or other things in life. Are you using your gift? Practitioners, spiritual people that attend and believe in spiritual things without walls and without being a part of the dogma does not make them any different. Their basis are still in Christianity, Islam, or whatever they identify with. They had to have a home base. And that's what it is. You see, your level of faith that you have in your life supersedes any fear that could come on you. And that means that you have a gift of faith. Every test and trial in your life, in the end, you found out it's required to have unwavering faith. That's your gift. You are extra confident in the divine's work or promises, whereas the common Christian faith is for standard purposes only. You got to use your gift of faith, and that'll take you to higher heights because of your faith. Your mindset has the ability to stretch farther than others because of your extraordinary faith, which rewards you abundantly in the end. Whatever you're believing that the divine can do for you, as well as assist you in your spiritual gifts and how you serve the collective. In order for you to use your spiritual gifts effectively, always seek out the counsel of the divine first, followed by the studying of your gifts and learning what the Spirit is prompting you to use your spiritual gifts for. Some of us have a plethora of spiritual gifts, and just recognize just maybe one. But as you develop in your relationship with the divine, you will know wholeheartedly that your gift of faith and your relationship with the divine grows. You have been given the gift of discernment because the divine can now use you as a vessel in order to serve the all. When you use your gift, you're edifying the kingdom of the divine. Your gift of wisdom, of knowledge, may be used teaching a workshop or particular expertise that you have gained. The knowledge will help somebody else to soar in life, just as it helped you. You may not see immediate results sometimes as you use your gifts, but don't you dare be discouraged. Stay prayerful and always know that the divine delivers on his or her promises. Listen to the Spirit, listen to your intuition, and use your gift. It's an opportunity for you for building the kingdom of the divine or to help somebody else in life. Beloved, your gifts may vary, but it's all in servitude to the divine. Ashe, Ashe. Okay, I'm done. That was heavy. That was heavy. I'm done now. Let me leave you this little tidbit about acceptance. You see, you may be disappointed with recent outcomes, but you remember if one door closes, you are being redirected to one that will soon open to your true soul path. Ashe, enjoy yourself. Enjoy your gift. Enjoy your understanding. Enjoy your transformation. And may your gifts serve the divine and serve you well. Be a great day on purpose. I'll see y'all later. All right. Bye.
Black leaves in the Mississippi fire. Black leaves in the Mississippi choir. Black leaves on the Mississippi land. And we've got